Food can be fun, and nutrition downright magic when the nutrition magician starts teaching good eating. Tom Ohling took his magic show to Impacting Kids First, where he kept children mesmerized with the tricks of good eating. Ohling is director of volunteers at the free clinic, but in his free time he becomes a volunteer himself, becoming the nutrition magician with a memorable message to help kids live healthy lives.
My name is Chef Tom. I am the nutrition magician. You know, to perform a little magic, we just clap our hands together, reach in, and you can see that there's a little bit of something magic inside each and every one of us, each and every day. We're going to talk about how to grow healthy, strong bodies, smart, bright minds, and how to have fun while we do it. Are you all ready? Okay, now what I call this is the magic of healthy choices. And sometimes people ask me, well, what do you mean exactly by the magic of healthy choices? Well, I mean by the magic of healthy choices that we can take things like the food pyramid. I've got grains, fruits and vegetables, dairy and protein in an empty box. Because you know, just thinking about food groups, thinking about what we should do isn't enough. Then I brought along this giant chef's hat. And I brought along a chef's hat because that's what chefs do when we're thinking about what we're going to eat. Planning our meals, but more importantly, why are we planning those meals? Who do we want to become? Who are we going to feed? But you see, there's a little bit of magic that happens when you take good things like the food groups and a little bit of brain power, because when you use that and you say the magic words, healthy choices, you discover that making healthy choices will give you a hand each and every day in every single way.
Well, you know, the essential ideas that I want to transmit to students about nutrition, and really when we say students, I want to say students of life, because this is a message for all ages, from, as they say, from child to grandparent. It's all relevant. And it's what I call the 3 R's of healthy dining. It's the right food at the right time with the right people. The right food is pretty simple. We need to eat good, healthy diets that are well-rounded, something from all elements of the food pyramid.
So, what are the choices that we're going to make? Well, the choices that we're going to make are from the food pyramid. How many of you have seen the food pyramid before? You seen that before? Excellent. Well, we're going to talk about the food pyramid. And the reason the food pyramid is so important is we don't want our bodies, our brains, to go down the tubes. You know what down the tubes means, don't you? It means no good. It's not helping us in any way. And we need to have the food that we eat help us in every way, each and every day. So I brought along this little tube to help me describe how the food groups worked our very best for us.
The second of the 3 R's is eating at the right time. And there are 2 elements to that. The first of the right time is breakfast. The second part of eating at the right time is remembering that no speaking about nutrition is relevant without speaking about activity. It's a symbiotic relationship. Our bodies move, our bodies go and do things, and it's the nutrition that we take in that give us that ability. If we don't look at the amount of activity that we have and make the corresponding intake of calories relevant to that, then we run the risk of either running out of energy or of putting on too much weight. And the third is eating with the right people. And eating with the right people is the importance of sitting down together as a family and eating together.
Now, sometimes people ask me, well, wait a second, Chef Tom. First of all, are you really a chef? Well, the answer is, yes, I am. In fact, I went to culinary school. Culinary school is where people go to learn and cook. But amazingly enough, I didn't really start to be a chef when I went to culinary school. I started to become a chef when I was your age, maybe even a little bit before. And you know where I started that? I started it in the kitchen with my mother and my grandmother who lived with us as they prepared meals for us each and every night. And I loved going into the kitchen. And there was all the tools to work with and all the good foods and all the good smells and eventually all of the good tastes that we could eat. But you know, when I did go off to culinary school, I learned how to slice and dice, how to put recipes together. But I learned something that I think is even more important than that. I learned something that I call the 3 R's of healthy choices. Now, have you ever heard of the 3 R's before? Reading, writing, and arithmetic? You ever heard of that? You know, well, that's an old saying. But you know, I talk about something that's the new 3 R's. It's the right food at the right time with the right people. The right food, of course, is healthy choices from the food pyramid. The right time is starting your day with breakfast each and every day. And the right people is sitting down and eating with your friends and family. But you know, healthy choices can do amazing things for us. In fact, the magic of healthy choices is about how to change our lives, how to become the people that we want to become. We live in a real fast-paced world nowadays. We live in a world in which people want things to happen almost instantaneously. When they get on the freeway, it's pedal to the metal and go fast as they can. When they're off to the store, they're running around shopping as fast as they can. Everybody seems to want just some little tiny magic pill that they can take. I happen to believe that those 3 R's are just that magic pill.
My beliefs about nutrition and my philosophy behind how I teach it, how I consume it myself, how I cook it and serve it, goes back to that word nurture. That's the root word. And nurturing is about the whole human being and that human being placed in a whole society. It isn't just about eating the right fruits and vegetables and the grains, even though that's important. It isn't just about getting protein, about getting fiber, about getting vitamins and minerals. It's about the way we think about those foods, where they come from in our community, how they serve our bodies and those people that prepare the food for us. It's about how we put our love into the food that we prepare. We make sure that we pay attention to detail. We mix color, we mix nutrients, we mix taste, we mix flavor, and we turn it into something that looks as beautiful as it tastes. And then we serve it not just to ourselves, but to those that we care about, recognizing that it's through our actions that others are also changed. And the whole concept of breaking bread together is about nurturing the soul, the body, and the mind, so that we can become the people that we want to become, the community members that we wish to become, and we can move into a future that we all dream of together. And so I see nutrition as a part of the future of the goodness of all mankind, not just one individual.
We're going to need to use our creativity and our imaginations. And of course, imagination is that wonderful part of our mind that comes from our healthy bodies working together and making healthy choices. And of course, the healthy choices are grains with every meal, the high fiber fruits and vegetables, 2 to 3 servings of dairy and protein, the right food at the right time with the right people so that we can all take flight into the future together.